This is incredible. I'm getting it.
You getting what?
A stock.
What stock?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Monday. I did get a tweet actually not too long ago. Let's pull up that tweet. Some people have been asking me questions regarding Monday. As of right now, as you can see on your right-hand side, I am working on the ILIS interview script, the final draft for the script that I'm going to send to the CEO, and they'll look over the questions. And once approved, we move forward with the interview. So I just wanted to let you know, like, hey, this is what I would have done with Steve Reinhardt here. Just send them a script. Once that's approved, we move forward with the interview. Very professional, short, sweet, to the point. I hate 2-hour long discussions. We're here to get to the point on what matters, questions and concerns regarding the company. And you can see here I got an intro, shareholder letters, the date of the shareholder letter, little snippets from the shareholder letter, followed by questions and rinse and repeat. So that's kind of just to give you an idea as to what I would have done with AITX. I was looking forward to that interview. I still have a lot of questions. I promise you. Like there's a lot of things I want to know. But yeah, someone did ask me, where do you see AITX share price tomorrow? The share price tomorrow, if we were to go by the charts, where's the charts? I know I have the charts somewhere around here. I got a lot of work ahead of me for that AITX, for the ILIS script. But if we look at the charts, wow, that is some insane volume. Wait, let me just look at the volume here. Let me look at the volume real quick. Give me 1 second. Because people have been talking about the volume. But the problem with volume is all that buying pressure eventually comes back as selling pressure. So I don't know why people get excited about volume. But yeah, volume relative, holy crap, that's a lot of selling pressure. So almost half a billion in volume on Friday. So the average has been pretty high. What's this? Let's look at the year to date. Okay, so wow, yeah. The average volume year to date has been 80, so under 100 million, not 100,000. Did I say 100,000? 100 million. That's been the average year to date, and we're getting like 5x as much. Okay, so yeah, the volume, sure, it's cool that we get to see a lot of volume, but again, it comes back as selling pressure at some point. What matters is how many of those are actually going to be people who buy and hold and not sell off right away. We got our first sell off, and for those of you wondering what I think is going to happen, I don't know what's going to happen on Monday. But if we were to go based off of history here, when we get our first pullback, like we did here, we got a nice little dump. People bought the dip, of course, and then the next day was actually a green candle, and I'm sure the AITX Discord was like, oh my god, this is it. And then we bled. I think that we're going to see that again. I could be wrong. Maybe we just bleed some more. Barring any catalyst, I would expect us to just bleed. But I think we're gonna get a green day tomorrow. I would be surprised if we don't. There's people that buy the dip on these 30% dumps because they want to flip it. You know, they want to take advantage of the people that are gonna buy, thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy the dip because it's gonna keep going higher, and then those people flip it on their heads, and then it just continues bleeding anyways. That's usually the pattern. This is not a pattern specific to AITX. This is just something that happens with um, penny stocks in general. They'll get a run up, they have a 30%, 50% dump. Some people buy the dip, and then it gets a nice little retracement, followed by still a continuation of the trend, which is when a stock is bottomed out, you'll see this kind of movement right here. This just uh, barcoding, barcode. You'll start seeing that when it's bottomed out. Um, it'll take time, unfortunately. That's like the waiting game part. But that aside, that is my prediction for Monday. Let me look at the AITX Discord, see if there's anything interesting. Change is wrong again. Shades is wrong yet again. His slide says no reverse split in 2025. It should say until 2025. I did mess up. I meant to say that there's no reverse. I believe there will be no reverse split in 2025 because they're uplisting in 2026. And because they're uplisting in 2026, it kind of just, if we use common sense here, most companies tend to uplist using a reverse split. So I don't think we're going to get a reverse split in 2025. That would be very strange. That would be like super odd. Like, hey, let's reverse split and then let's do it again. Like that doesn't add up. And that would just be painful for longs, not for me, because I just wait for the bottom again. But that doesn't make sense. So like just using common sense, putting two and two together. If they're uplisting in 2026, then we shouldn't have to worry about. Yeah, if they're uplisting in 2026, more than likely a reverse split is going to be a part of that. And I think we don't have to worry about a reverse split in 2025. I think that would, he knows, Steve Reinhurst knows that can hurt shareholders a lot. The reverse split is probably the biggest killer of any stock. Mullen, BKKT. I could just keep going on and naming them off. But yeah, I was wrong because it is until, but I do believe they will come out with a PR saying, hey, no reverse split until 2026, which would make sense and, you know, coincide with the fact that they're going to uplist in 2026. Supposedly, allegedly, of course, Steve isn't doing a reverse split until 2026 when uplisting. So for the next year and a half, there's no reverse split to worry about. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe we won't need a reverse split to uplist anyway. You know, I could see that. No, no, yeah, yeah, I can see that. I could see. I mean, ILIS is doing a reverse merger, so I'm gonna believe in the AITX team as well, and maybe they'll come up with something, have a game plan in place. But anyways, that is it for the video. Barring any catalyst tomorrow, I could see a Green Day close followed by bleeding soon after. That tends to be the pattern. For those of you still waiting for the dip, it'll come. It just takes forever. And if you want proof of that, let's look back at December 2022 when we had this huge run up from 0059 to 181, followed by lots of bleeding. Then we popped again. We bled a little bit, then popped again. Oh my God! Everyone got excited because we're gonna go back to 1 8, and then it just bled. So, and people did buy the dip here. You can see these wicks. People bought the dip, and guess what? It still bled. Like people get excited way too quickly, way too quickly. That is it for the video. Overall, in the long term, I think it's gonna be a winner, but it's going to be highly dependent on how it goes after that uplist. That's kind of the big thing. The uplist is going to be the biggest. That's going to be that's going to determine the future right there.